Today, this is going to be brief, but I have two things that you need to hear about XRP if you hold it. I think this is very important. These two things are not going to come from my mouth. They're going to come from the mouth of the CTO of Ripple, and it's very important you hear this. I'm Brian. I do this 6 times a week. Tip, tool, coin analysis. I've got a school community below, many classes to teach you all things about crypto. Try to keep you up to date. Now, what I want to talk about is with regard to XRP and Ripple. Now, this isn't a XRP's great or XRP's terrible. I've got many videos, and I'll have a playlist below, but one in particular I'll have linked below that goes over the difference between XRP and Ripple. So just some quick background. XRP and Ripple are completely different. Ripple is the company. XRP is a cryptocurrency. That's very important to note. Ripple, since 2012, and they're originally called OpenCoin, has heralded themselves as the cross-border payment solution. That's what everyone talks about for banks to use, going after institutions and big banks to move money and to move it by using what they call RippleNet and their ODL, their on-demand liquidity solution. And that solution uses XRP, but it can use other things. That's not what we're going to talk about today. That's just the basics on how it works. And so you know that they're not completely intertwined, meaning if you buy some XRP, you are not buying Ripple. Many articles and people will confuse that. If you have shares of a Ripple, that doesn't mean you own XRP. The two things are completely different. Okay. Ripple has always held in escrow XRP. They own some directly, that's my understanding, and they have some in escrow that they put. And that's why they got into this whole case with the SEC, because they were selling XRP. And the question was, well, is it a security or not? They're saying it's not a security. That doesn't matter for what I'm going to show you. Total, if you look here, amount of XRP is 100 billion. That's the max supply. I believe 58 billion are in circulation, and some 40 billion or so are in an escrow. Originally, I believe it started with maybe 55 billion. What do they do with the escrow? Well, every month, and I've got videos showing this, going through their documentation, so this is just a fact. Every month, they can sell up to 1 billion XRP. Ripple can. And, for example, you see here that's about $2.50. What does that mean? It means that every month, if they sold 1 billion, they would get $2.5 billion would go into Ripple, because Ripple would let 1 billion XRP go. If they don't sell the entire 1 billion, they can sell any amount up to that. It'll just go back into the escrow and be tacked on to the end. And it will just extend how long that escrow will last, because eventually it's going to go to zero. So in other words, it's a way to fund their company. Here's what I want you to see. Now, this is the Ripple website. And if you notice, here's the CEO. You've probably seen him before. If you follow Ripple and XRP, you'll know this gentleman, David Schwartz, their Chief Technology Officer. So the first thing to note, very important, they started in 2012 as OpenCoin. They say that they are a cross-border payment solution. This is 2025. They've been doing that for 13 years. They have not released the number on how many banks are using them or not using them and how much is being used. However, I've got a video from the CTO. This video was posted online by this individual on x.com. And here it is. Listen to this.
Very sexy when you close a deal with the bank, and we do that sometimes, but they're very slow movers. They're very slow to execute. They're very conservative. They're never going to be Ripple success stories, and it's hard to get them to push the benefits down to their customers because that's risky for them, and then it highlights where they're inefficient. So we focused a lot on banks in the beginning just because a press release with the bank is a big thing, but we discovered they're just very slow to, like, if all they want is a press release, now we're like, hey, like, we want to actually, like, move billions of dollars now, and they're like, yeah, we kind of don't.
Did you hear that? Excuse me. That's the CTO saying, for all this time, and I don't know when this video was recorded, it looked like he was doing an interview with someone, but he basically said, because you hear a lot of people talk, or in the media that, oh, they're signing banks, they're signing banks, they're signing banks. He said, yeah, we're signing some banks. All those banks want are press releases. And they just want to be able to say that they're doing something in the crypto space. But when they, the CTO speaking, Ripple says, okay, now let's move some money, they say, no, we really don't want to do that. Okay, so that's what they're here for, to move money. And the CTO saying they don't want to do it. All right, that to me is extremely important. Second thing, and this should be obvious, and here's why. The company Ripple has shareholders. The board has a fiduciary duty to the shareholders. They come first. They're supposed to do what they can to make good decisions to increase the value of the company, and the shareholders come first. If you or I purchase XRP, we are not a shareholder in Ripple, so we don't come first. As a matter of fact, we really don't have any representation, and they don't have any duty to us as an owner of XRP for anything. That should be obvious based on the fact of how companies work. However, so many people intermix and intertwine XRP and Ripple that I think some people might be confused. So again, not from my mouth. Let's see. I saw this posted. This individual had posted this graphic, Pierre, and he's big on BTC. And he said, hey, XRP isn't a security because Ripple doesn't actually owe you utility or anything else. They are free to dump on you and have no right to do anything about it other than dumping XRP. Okay, so what does he mean dumping XRP? He's referring to the fact that every month they can sell XRP, and that might put some pressure on the price. I've got videos on the difference between market cap and fully diluted, but let's just say, okay, he's talking about the fact they can dump it. He said, someone else responded, hey, thoughts, Joel Katz? Joel Katz Schwartz. As you saw, David Schwartz, this is Joel Katz Schwartz. And someone asked him his thoughts, and he says 100% correct. In my opinion, Ripple can, will, and should act in its own interest. You should not expect Ripple to act in the interest to the detriment of its own interest or those of its shareholders. So they owe XRP holders no duty of anything. They're going to act in the best interest of its own shareholders. And if that means dumping more XRP so they can get more cash and they sell it to other people, then they're going to do that. So I thought this was an image. And I thought, that's odd. It's an image. Why? I need to find this. So I went and I looked. First of all, you can see it says David Joel Katz Schwartz. And on their sites, it's David Schwartz. His handle on X is David Joel Katz Schwartz. You can see in the image here, it's got this thing. There's his name, verified account, Joel Katz. And when we go over to his account, there's the image. There's his name, Joel Katz, verified. That is who said it. When I dug through Pierre's post, I found this Jorge saying thoughts, Joel Katz, just like was in the image. And then, yes, David Joel Katz did respond, and that is what he said. He's saying, look, Ripple's going to do what's in their best interest, not yours. So why do I want to point this out? I get frustrated, and the reason I made so many XRP Ripple videos is because there's people out there. I'm not saying the company's doing it. I'm just saying there are individuals that either don't understand or want to confuse you on purpose. And they're not understanding. They use the word XRP and the word Ripple interchangeably when they should not. Ripple is a company. It can sell XRP whenever it wants, up to $1 billion a month out of escrow, and put the cash in their shareholders' pockets. And they're going to do what's in the best interest of the shareholders, not what's in the best interest of XRP holders, because XRP holders are not shareholders. I just want you to know that so you can make the best decisions when it comes to buying or selling XRP. Hope this was helpful. Have a great day. As I always say, I hope we can all make generational wealth together with crypto. I hope everyone wins. Have a great day.